Hard pressed to say what aspect of the game you guys excelled at more tonight. I mean, great defensive plays in addition to the offense and the pitching.
Yeah, we were really good in all phases of the game. I had one gripe. The 3 runs that they scored, and that's a really good team, and I respect those guys greatly, but we gave those 3 runs away. We had should have been strike them out, throw them out, guy delayed at first base, and we have to execute that play. Whether it's the throw or the catch and the tag, and next guy singles, next guy doubles, and obviously Grant made a sensational catch on right, and then I don't think he knew the outs or lost his breath. Whichever way it was a great catch, but we have to finish that play. And offensively we're talented and we're good, but you just can't spot somebody 3 runs and expect to just score 14. So that was part of our conversation there. But beyond that, look at Colbar's growth defensively has been incredible, sensational, and he made a couple. Those are big league plays in the 6-hole. Those are true big league plays, and plays that he's worked hard to. He and Coach Dykes have worked hard to improve on. You look at Matt Gorski's his reads in center, like the catch in left center was terrific, right? Terrific. The ball skills, the finish, we worked so much on that. But he caught a ball in right center earlier in the game that me as an outfield coach, I was just as excited about, because as the time that I looked up, he was already 3 steps into a break, which means his pre-pitch routine is terrific and his ability to read off the bat. And he made it look easy, but in reality, it's a double, not 90% of the time. And those things change the game. If you can, I think we struck out 14 guys and walked 1, had 1 hit by pitch late. But if you can shrink the game, we take care of the throw out second base, and we take care of that, and you shrink the game in all those other defensive areas. Cade Bunnell being able to really be mobile over and go into the 4-hole, make that backhand play. And you shrink the game, it's just really hard to find runs against a really good offensive team. And that's what we've been striving to become. There's still more for us to do, and we have to work to that.
Coach Tommy Summer had a career high in strikeouts tonight. Your pitching staff as a whole has had double-digit strikeouts in 15 of 37, I think. You guys are dominant from that aspect. How much is that helping you guys?
Yeah, it's been tremendous, and our catching's been really good. And you look at what Coach Parker's done really everywhere that he's been. I mean, this is the standard for him, is that the ability to tunnel pitches and really call great sequences and execute those things. And those guys have to go out and do that. But I've known Justin for a long time, and obviously we're very fortunate to have him here. But that was with the expectation eventually we would be able to do those things. And you have to go out and execute. And we've done that, and the growth and development. It's just like the beginning of the season we talked about, where it's going to be a journey, and we have to go to work every day to get where we want to get to. And we're starting to get those things. But the starting pitching, the defense, and the quality at bats, right? It's cliche, but that's what wins baseball games. And we're doing those things at a much higher clip than we have, but there's certainly room for us to grow.
And going back to Summer, I mean, you get 6 innings out of him in the midweek role. I mean, the first time he's started a game since Mercer. Yeah. What do you kind of like out of his performance?
I love Tommy's maturity. I love his composure. The breaking ball wasn't great tonight, and he said, "Fine, I don't need it. I'll work with fastball, changeup." The command was good, not great. His ability to work fastball in early really opened up the rest of the plate late with the changeup. But Tommy doesn't try to overthrow. He doesn't try to throw through his stuff. He's always composed. I love how he holds the run game. They're always very uncomfortable at first base, so you always keep the double play in order. I love his competitiveness. And I'll tell you this, behind the scenes, Tommy is a great pitching coach. He works. He's worked a lot with Austin Long and with McCade Brown, and he's a great leader. That's just how you do some things is how you do everything, and that's why Tommy is excellent, because Tommy does everything right. Everything. His diet, his nutrition, his leadership, his everything is excellent. And so I'm not surprised to see him go out and do those things. It's not the what, it's the who. That's who's successful, right? I can throw 100, but if the who isn't right, then it's not effective. And who Tommy is terrific.
Following up on that, at this point, Tommy Summers now kind of seemed to be more of a reliable guy in that midweek role, giving you 6 innings in each of the past 2 midweek games. How important has it been for you to really not be solely reliant on your bullpen during these midweek games of late?
It's a great point. It's been huge for us to have Tommy back. When you have injuries and you have to kind of work your way through those things, you have guys that have to step up and handle it. But to have Tommy back is a huge shot in the arm. It is. There's no denying that. It allows us to give guys a day off in the midweek, give them a rest, especially after a 4-game weekend like we just had and going back into a conference weekend. So Tommy's been a huge shot in the arm. And these midweek games now down the stretch here, we all understand that they're very important. They're very important. Certainly from a postseason standpoint, which is down the road further, but all games are important from your growth, your development, and what you want to do ultimately in the end of the season. So it's been great.
Matt Gorski was kind of in the doldrums offensively for a little while. Looked like he was breaking out of it during the Evansville series. And that shot tonight, left-hander on the mound, bases loaded. You can kind of feel it coming.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've ever seen one hit out of here over the scoreboard before.
Yeah, that was a bit unique, right? That was a bit different. Matt's a special player, and we all have those. We all have ebbs and flows in our personal lives and everything that we do, and that the same thing offensively. And so, Matt's really been working hard. He and I have had some conversations as well as with the other coaches, and you see him in the cages. And I talked to some of the coaches this week, and I said, Matt's getting right. You can see the way his body language is in the at-bats. You can see the way he stays parallel to the plate. You can see his approaches. When his outs are firm to the middle of the field consistently, doesn't expand the zone, you can see that he's getting right again. And you knew it was coming. It's just a matter of time, just like everybody else comes and goes. But, Matt obviously is a little bit more front and center, right? Everybody knows him, and he's a great player. So, but it has been nice to see him go again. I've been just as impressed with all of his at-bats. On the home run was terrific, but he's been really close.
And just real quick, Scotty won a double away from the cycle tonight.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's been really good for him.
Yeah, he's been really good. He's been so good that you just assume that, or you don't even realize the things that he's doing. But no, he's been terrific, and especially now he's getting a little more healthy. He's running a little bit better, and you knew at some point he was going to do it. And so you keep getting him in, keep working him. Scotty kept working, and this is the reward for going to work every day. Is at some point the process leads to the outcome. I don't know when it's going to be. Could be today, could be tomorrow, could be a month from now. But at some point the process will lead to the outcome. And that was the same for Scotty, as the same for Gorski, as the same for Matt Litwicki, who was terrific tonight, and the rest of those guys. So absolutely.
All right.
Thanks.